Hey, this is Yoga, Your Heart Out with Deb. Congratulations on just taking a few moments out of your day just for you so you can peel back layers of stress out of your mind and out of your body through yoga, through moving and breathing. I hope you really enjoy this sequence. Give it a thumbs up when you're done. Shoot me a comment and I'll comment back if you have something to say. And let's get started. All right, welcome. We are going to get started with a no-floyo where we're just going to work out some stretches and a very slow pace. We're not going to be flowing and we'll be holding these stretches just a little bit on each side. So one option, if you have a yoga block, grab it. If you don't have a yoga block, you could just simply use a pillow or you could do without it. All right, so it's kind of handy if you do have it. We're going to start today in what is called a lizard pose. So this is how you're going to get there. All right, so you can have your yoga block nearby. It's not required for this pose, but you could use it if you want to. So go ahead and get on hands and knees. And then from here, bring your right foot up. So you're in this low lunge. And then you're going to heel toe this right foot out just a little bit towards the edge of your mat. And then bring your hands on the inside. And you can kind of lean into it. Watch this right knee. You don't want it jetting way forward. If so, bring your right foot out a little bit more so it's more lined up with the right ankle or a little bit before it. This back knee can be closer or it could be further away depending on your flexibility. No big deal. And then hands on either side. If you had a block and you wanted to rest them onto a block, you could. There's this side, or you could bring it lower. Okay, or you could bring it flat, okay, or maybe you just use the mat, okay. I'm just going to use the mat today. And as you sit here in this lizard pose, I want you to really feel it out and think about it. Be careful with it. I don't want you to go too far. Just go enough where you're getting a nice stretch, but you can sit with it for a minute or two. All right, if your body's already screaming at you, you need to back it off, all right, or take a break. Otherwise, you're looking for that place between too much and not enough. I'm going to let my head dangle and relax. Good. I'm going to start noticing my breathing. So you can do that as well. I know already your mind is present because you're feeling sensation. So we're just going to now focus not on just sensation but on breath as well, which helps us relax into it as well. So if you want to take a couple of deep breaths through your nose, let it out through your mouth as you settle into it. If you want a little more with your breath, you could constrict the back of your throat as you exhale. And as you inhale, just keep this nose breathing. So inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs, and then constrict the back of your throat as you exhale through your nose. So you make this hissing sound as you exhale. That's just an option, by the way, not a requirement. It's just if you want a little more focus on the breath, that can help do that. Helps bring your mind present. Good. And try to relax something into this pose every time you take a breath. Maybe even close your eyes. I know this is pretty intense. Again, if you're here now and you wish to back off a bit, feel free. Don't be afraid to get a little noisy with the breathing. Good. So we're holding this pose. We're not flowing. I got my eye on the time. I'm just glancing at my watch here, so we don't stay here forever, but just long enough. So you can just close your eyes and surrender to the pose. You don't have to be watching the clock. I'll tell you when to switch sides. Good. Find a little quiet. Good, let's say about 5 more massive breaths here. On the exhale, just gently get yourself out of it. Come back to hands and knees. Bring your big toes together. Widen your knees open. Crawl it down the center. Let your forehead rest on the mat. This is child's pose. Arms overhead. Just taking a moment here between sides. Nice job. Go ahead and come to hands and knees, tabletop position. We're going to switch it out. So you're going to bring your left foot up in between your hands. All right, and you're going to lean into it. And again, pay attention to the left knee. If it's going way past your left foot, you need to back it off a bit. Maybe line it up with your left ankle. Right knee can scooch back as far as you like. It really depends on how you feel, how much space you have, how much flexibility. And again, just look for that place between too much and not enough. Okay, you don't want to go too far, but just far enough to get a stretch. Heel toe your left foot out towards the left side. Bring your hands on the inside. And again, option of the block. You can always bring it up higher, in the middle, or lower, or no block at all. Okay? Good. Sink into it. Relax your neck and head again. Find your breath again. If you want to take a few breaths in through your nose and just kind of sigh out the mouth as you settle in here, you could totally do that for sure. All right. If you want to get back to that nose, breathing in and out of your nose, massive inhales in, massive exhales out, you could get back to that as well. You can close your eyes maybe here. Feel what there is to feel. Try to surrender to the pose. Relax. Relax something every time you exhale. Good. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Close your eyes. Don't worry how long this takes. I got my eye on my clock here. I won't keep you here forever. Just long enough. We'll say 5 more massive breaths. Good. On your next exhale, just gently, gently, gently shift your hips back and get out of it. All right. We're going to set up next for what is called a hero's pose. And if you want your block, you could. Again, it's an option. So really listen to your body. You know, only do it if it feels right. What it is you bring your feet apart. If you have a block, you can put it down here in the center. Bring your knees together. Your shins are more apart here. You can sit on that block for extra support. If your knees don't like this, don't do it. All right, if it doesn't feel right, definitely don't do it. All right, and some people have a lot of flexibility and they don't need the block. So if you feel like that's you can get rid of the block. If that's just too much, then put it back. So sometimes we just don't even know until we try. Okay? All right. Good. Just maybe close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. Breathe. Inhale through your nose. exhale through your nose. Relax. Good. Find a little stillness. Find a little quiet. Nice job. Take another massive inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and you have that block, you can remove it and bring your feet closer together. So now we're going to set up for a toe stretch. So you're going to tuck your toes underneath, sit back all the way on your heels, hands down on your thighs, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down, and stretch your feet. This is going to be really intense. All right, we won't hold it that long. Try to breathe through it. You got it. We'll just say 3 more breaths. I'm already feeling it. How about you? All right, on the next exhale, get out of it. Oh, I barely made it through that. All right, now from here, tuck your toes under, butt to the sky. Let's come to downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, I'm looking back. I don't see my heels. My palms are flat and fingers are spread, and I'm pressing my chest back towards my thighs. So make sure your head is relaxed as well in this pose. Just hold this down dog. Let your heels hover above the mat. They likely won't touch the mat. That's perfectly fine. If you want to wiggle around in this pose, feel free. If you like to pedal your feet, raise your left heel, lower your right, raise your right, lower your left, and switch it out a few times. That can feel good. All right. Now take a look at your feet, unplug your hands, walk them back to your feet. And if you can't touch the mat, by the way, don't worry about it. Put a little bend in your knee. Maybe grab opposite elbows and hang heavy. All right, release your hands down. If you had that block and you wanted to grab it and put it underneath your hands, you could. If you can't quite touch the mat, but you don't have to. You could also grab onto your shins or rest them on your shins if you don't have the space to touch the mat. Good. Hold here and breathe. If you want a little bend in your knee, it will help stretch your lower back. So if that feels good, you could do it. If you like more of a hamstring stretch, straighten your legs out. It's up to you. Breathe. Good. We're staying here for a few more breaths, a little bit longer. Make sure your head and neck are relaxed. Can you go ahead and bring your feet wider now? Heel toe them out. You're going to bring your heels in towards each other and your toes out. And you're going to bend your knees and come all the way down to what we call Malasana or Yogi squat. All right, you can keep your hands down here for support. If you wanted to roll the back of your mat up and place your heels on it to elevate the back of your foot or help support it, if your heel is not touching the mat, you could do that. Otherwise, you can stay here. If you want a little more, you can bring your hands heart center, get nice and tall. You can take your elbows and press them into your thighs. Good. Malasana squat, hold and breathe. Good. 3 more breaths. Good. On the next exhale, hands down. Straighten your legs. Walk it back up. Down dog. Feet together. All right, from here, inhale your right leg up to the sky. Open the right hip and bend the knee. Straighten it out. We're going to come to a pigeon pose. So take a massive inhale, draw the right knee in towards your right wrist. Set the shin down. Bring the back leg out behind you. Good. Now from here, if you want to, you can start reclining down forward. You can bring your forehead down to a block, okay? Or you could bring it all the way down to the mat. It's totally up to you. So this stretch, you should be feeling it in your outer right glute, your outer hip, right hip. All right, and if it's too much, you can always back off or get out of it and find a different pose or stretch that you like. Otherwise, we're going to stay here and breathe. Close your eyes. Remember that massive inhale through your nose, massive exhale through your nose. You can keep that breath flowing. Nice job. Keep holding this pose. Keep letting the breath flow. We'll say 5 more massive breaths here. All right, on the next exhale, we're going to slowly switch it out. So you're going to bring your hands up, straighten your arms, tuck your back left toe, bring the right leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten it out and set it down, down dog. Inhale, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten it out. We're going to bring it to pigeon pose. Bring the left knee up towards the left wrist, set the left shin down, and your leg goes down behind you. Your arms can stay straight, or you can recline down. Again, you have the option of the block. You could rest your head down there or onto the mat, so it doesn't matter. You're going to feel this in your outer left glute, your left hip. All right, just look for a comfortable place. It shouldn't be painful at all. If it is, or if you don't feel right, do something different. All right, otherwise, enjoy this nice hip stretch. Close your eyes, get lost to it, into it, and breathe. Nice job. Keep breathing. We'll say 5 more massive breaths. Good. On the exhale, go ahead and get rid of your block if you have it. Bring your arms straight, tuck your right toe underneath, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee, and straighten it out. Down dog, just press into this down dog, take a moment, feel it, and then set it down. Good job. All right, time to roll onto your back. Squeeze your knees in. Hang on to your right knee, let your left leg go straight. Left hand on right knee, right arm opens to the right like a T or a goalpost. Guide your right knee over to the left. Gaze to the right for a gentle spinal twist. Good, don't let go of that deep breathing just yet. Maybe take a moment, close your eyes. Good, take another inhale. Come back to the center. Squeeze both knees in, switch it out, hang on to your left knee, right hand on your left knee, left arm goes out to the side, and guide your left knee to the right. Gaze to the left. Close your eyes, couple deep breaths here. Nice job. Take another inhale. On the exhale, come back to the center. Squeeze both knees in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a massive inhale. Exhale, let it go. Legs straight. Arms down by your sides. Close your eyes. Find your natural breath. This is our final pose called Shavasana. Shavasana. It's a pose of rest. Close your eyes. We'll take a brief Shavasana right now. All right, if you want a longer Shavasana, maybe hit the pause button. All right, or maybe you did hit the pause button in your back, or maybe you're on a tight time schedule, and that's okay too. Let's get out very, very slowly. I'm going to turn to one side. Good. Take a moment here. Don't be in a rush. And then when you're ready, you're going to come all the way up. Find an easy seated position, hands heart center, just to finish our practice. I hope you feel better than when you started today. Your mind thanks you and your body thanks you. I hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our weekly video, and check out yogayourheartoutwithdeb.com/free60. Namaste.